Hi, this is Mr. Urrego, and I'm going to continue with the unit circle. I did previous video, which I prove, oh my god, I'm sorry about that. We found all the coordinates for the 30, 45, 60 degree triangles. Basically, I found those coordinates, which I'm going to put in a minute. So right now, what I'm going to concentrate is finding the other coordinates, the rest, throughout all the unit circle, everything else. Alright, so that's the whole idea for now. From the previous video, we said that, let me erase this. So this is 30 degree, oh my god, this is 30, this is 45, this is 60, okay, and the coordinates are square 3 over 2 and 1/2, okay, this is square root 2 over 2 for both, and we flip this, which is 1/2 and square 3 over 2, and we can see that on this, okay, way better. Now, what we're doing basically on the other part of the circle is that let's go something basic. This is Q1, okay, quadrant 1, and I'm dividing, alright, the coordinate plane. Q1, this is Q2, this is Q3, this is Q4, okay. The signs, remember, this is my X and this is my Y, alright. So the signs, let's go over the signs for each quadrant and we go from there. So my first quadrant, the signs, the X is positive, the Y is positive. Q2, the X is negative, the Y is positive. Q3, the X is negative, the Y is negative. Q4, the X is positive, the Y is negative. So you have those signs, positive, positive, negative, positive, all over the place. Okay, the only thing that you need to do is flip these values. Actually, not flipping, copy them. Okay, so again, plus plus, negative plus, negative plus negative. Alright, now let me show you. Let me make this triangle. Okay, this is 30 degrees. Okay, let's go on this side. Look at this angle. Okay, basically that triangle is a reflection. It's a reflection of this over the y-axis. Alright, so the dimensions are not changing. Again, this angle is 30. Therefore, if for this triangle your base, your x value is square root 3 over 2, then this one is square root 3 over 2. If this y portion of the short leg is 1/2, then this is 1/2. But those are magnitudes, those are the length of the triangle. The only thing that I need to do this on the circle is use the signs. In my case, now look at this. In my case, this is the x, and I know that the x is going to be negative. The x value is square root 3 over 2. Therefore, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a negative. I'm going to put negative square root 3 over 2. Now, this little piece is on the y side, but it's positive. It's on the positive side. Therefore, that 1/2 is going to be positive 1/2. And that's the coordinate of that point. Okay? Same thing with the other angles. Let's do the 45. Look at the 45. So this is my angle. Let me see, let's do it red. This is my 45. I bring it down. Okay? Right triangle. we found out that this bottom is square root 2 over 2 and the right side is square root 2 over 2. This bottom part belongs to the x value, this belongs to the y value. You need to memorize that. You need to know x makes sense, y. Alright, so x, y. Both are the same. Therefore, if I build my 45-degree triangle on this side, are the sides going to change? No, they're not going to change. I'm going to have square root 2 over 2 on the bottom, and I'm going to have square root 2 over 2 on the left side. Okay? What's going to be the difference? The difference is this, the quadrant. I know that my x is negative and the y, the y is positive. So the x is negative, the y is positive. So the coordinates for that point are, look at this, negative, square root of 2, comma, positive square root of 2. That's the coordinates. So what I'm saying is that you place the triangles all over the place, and you just need to be careful in what are the signs for those quadrants, and that's the only difference to go around it. So you need to learn only the first quadrant. Let's keep going with this 45, 45. Let's erase. What do we need to erase? Let's erase this side. Okay, let's erase this side. Now, 45. You see, I always do my angles respect to the x-axis. Alright, I did it on this side. Alright, now let's do it on the bottom. Let's do it on the bottom, here on the bottom. So this is going to be my 45. Right, that's going to be my 45 according to this x-axis. 45, this is 90, this is 45, this is 45. Therefore, this side is square root 2 over 2. The y portion is square root 2 over 2. But in this quadrant, which is Q3, both the x and the y are negative. Therefore, this is negative as a coordinate, not as a length. As a coordinate would be negative, and this is negative as a coordinate. And as you can see, look at it in the bottom. The coordinates for that point are negative square root 2 over 2, comma, negative square root of 2. So that's what we do. Okay? If you do the same on Q4, you're going to see that. Let me place that triangle over here. Let me place that triangle. Oh, I just erased that. Q4, the x is positive and the y is negative. So keep that in mind. Let me draw my 45. Let me see. My 45 is 315. So look at my 45. Here's my 45. Here's my 45. And it's an ugly triangle, but it's 45. This is 90. If that's 45, therefore the length are not going to change. So this is square root 2 over 2, and the side is square root 2 over 2. That's the length. But as a coordinate, the x here is positive. The y is going down, therefore is negative as a coordinate. Therefore, look at my order pair here. The x is positive, the y is negative. Okay? So that's what you do on the 30, 60, 90 as well. Alright? So play around with those triangles. I hope it's clear. Let's work on the 30, 60, 90 for a little bit. So now we have, let's do 30, 60, 90 again. So let's do 30 here. Okay? Alright? We said that if that's 30, then the short leg is going to be 1/2, and this bottom is going to be square root 3 over 2. Alright? Then this is 90, that's 60. We said that here is positive and positive, so both as coordinates are positive. So here I have my coordinates right there, square root 3 over 2 and 1/2. Okay? If I do the 60, then the 60 is just basically, this is 30, this is 1/2, and this is square root 3 over 2, and this is 60. So if I do the 60, it's just changing the position. Alright, this is 60. Therefore, opposite to the 60 is square root 3 over 2, and opposite to the 30 is 1/2. So 1/2. You notice I'm flipping. Was x goes into y, was y goes into x. So again, was x here in the Q1 goes into y, what's y goes into x. Alright, I'm flipping the order. That's all what you have to do. Now, if I'm going to go around it to the other quadrants, I did with the 30. Okay, let's go 60. Let's do 60, which is the same thing. I'm not changing the process at all. Let me draw the 60 triangle. So it's going to be my 60. I go straight there. Okay, right triangle. We said that if this is 60 and this is 30, then the bottom part, look over here on my order pair, opposite to the 30 is 1/2. Okay, look from the previous triangle, opposite to the 30 is 1/2. That's never going to change. Opposite to 60 is square root 3 over 2, which I have in my order pair right there. Right, I have that in my order pair, and according to my coordinates, x and y are positive because of Q1. Q2, negative and positive. So let me draw that triangle on the other side. Let's draw it red. So look, I'm going to draw it 60, drop down, look at my triangle. I made a reflection on the y-axis. That's what I did. Okay, again, this is your 60 as a triangle, not as an angle, original angle, as a triangle. Therefore, this side is square root 3 over 2, the bottom is 1/2. That's never going to change. But now in Q2, I have that the x is negative as a coordinate. So that's going to be, look that. You see that 1/2? Because in Q2 is negative, then I put it negative here. Now, this belongs to the y. In Q2, the y is positive, therefore it's positive. Nothing else. Okay? Let me do in Q3. Q3. So let's erase a little bit over here. Q3. I'm going to build that triangle the same way. Let's do it green. So this is going to be my 60. That's going to be my 60. And you see this? Look. Now this is a reflection of this triangle over the the x-axis. So basically the dimensions are not changing. Again, the y portion is going to be square root 3 over 2. The bottom part, I never change it, so it is 1/2. Okay, and this is my angle, my 60-degree angle. So Q3, that's Q3. The x is negative, the y is negative. Therefore, as coordinates, this is going to turn into negative, and that 1/2 is going to be negative. If you can notice right here, look at the order pair, negative 1/2, negative square root 3 over 2. Okay, I hope you get the idea. That's how you go around the whole circle, and that's how you fill all those dimensions that they're missing. I'm not sure if I went over the quadrant angles, but let's do it right now. So the quadrant angles are basically quadrant, every quadrant. What do I mean by that? Okay, so quadrant angles. Let's do with that. So there we go. Let's divide my coordinate plane into 4 pieces. Quadrant angles. This. Okay? So this is either 0 degrees or 360 or 0 radians or 2 pi radians. Why? 0 because this is why it starts. 360 after 1 revolution. Again, 2 pi is the same as 360. Okay, so again, 0, that's because that's why I start, or 360 after I go 1 full revolution. And I just read my quadrants. Okay. Here on the top, this is 90. Here on the left side, that's 180. Here on Q, at the end of Q3, that's 270, or 3 pi over 2. Remember, we need to start thinking in terms of pi. Okay, in terms of pi is really necessary. Really quick, we are talking about the unit circle. Therefore, my circle has a radius equals to 1. Okay, so if my radius equals to 1, that means from the origin, oh my god, and I'm erasing all over the place. From the origin, from the center of the circle to the circle itself, that's equal to 1. Okay, as coordinates, because that's what I'm looking for, as coordinates on this point, as coordinates, I'm going x1 and I'm not moving 0. Therefore, the coordinates are 1, 0. I need the coordinates for this point as well. Okay, so to get that point, I start on the middle, center, origin for the coordinate plane, and I go, do I move in x? No, I go 1 in y. So I don't move in x, I go 1 in y. Therefore, x is 0, y is 1. Same thinking. Now let me go to this point. Okay, so in x, I'm going negative, because this side is negative. So I'm going negative 1. Am I moving in y? No, so it's negative 1, 0. The last one, 270. I start in the origin. Am I moving next? No, so x is 0. And y, I'm going down. So I'm going down, that's negative 1. Okay, so the coordinates for those are the basic. 1, 0 for 0, 0, 1 for 90, negative 1, 0 for 180, and 0, negative 1 for 270. We're going to use that for the basic trigonometric functions. And we'll do that in the next video. Please study, and you need to learn all this. You need to remember all those angles. There's no choice. So the better you do with all these dimensions, the better you will do with all the trigonometric functions, which we're going to do next. Have a good one. Bye bye.